Welcome, incredible listener. Have you ever felt that profound sense of isolation, that piercing question echoing in your mind? Why does no one believe in me? Why does no one support me? Perhaps you're standing on the precipice of a dream, launching a company, starting a podcast, writing a book, building a business, and the fear isn't of failure, but of the people around you tearing it down before you even begin. Many of us walk through life feeling alone, disconnected, wondering why we can't find that crucial external validation. If you've ever battled that self-doubt, that pervasive feeling of unworthiness, then this message is for you. Today, we're going to fundamentally shift your perspective. We're going to dismantle the myths surrounding support and confidence and empower you with 3 profound truths that will unlock your potential and remove the shackles of self-doubt. These aren't just feel-good platitudes. They're rooted in deep psychological understanding and proven paths to success. So, lean in, because your journey to unwavering self-belief starts now. Rule 1. Stop seeking validation. Start creating proof. This first rule challenges a fundamental assumption many of us hold, that we need others to believe in us before we act. But the reality is, people often believe in you after you prove the idea works, not before. We tend to overestimate how much people will understand or agree with us. This phenomenon is known as the false consensus effect. It's a cognitive bias where we assume others think the way we do, because our opinions feel so obvious, logical, even universal to us. Imagine you're at a gathering, and you say something you believe is incredibly hilarious or insightful. You wait for a reaction, but all you get are crickets. No one laughs, no one is impressed. You're confused because in your mind, it was obvious. It made perfect sense. That awkward silence? That's the false consensus effect in action. Studies in the late 1970s even demonstrated this, showing how people consistently believed their choices were the majority option, only to find the actual opinions were split. This bias shows up everywhere, especially when you're building something new. You assume your idea is clearly brilliant, but others don't get it. You think people will obviously support you, but they don't. You expect everyone to see what you see, but they're not in your head. The problem isn't your idea. It's that you've overestimated how obvious it would be to someone who hasn't lived your experiences. The key takeaway here is profound. Just because it's clear to you doesn't mean it's clear to others. And that's not a flaw. It's a powerful reminder. You are early. You are unique. You are supposed to be misunderstood at first. So what's the antidote? Instead of expecting everyone to agree, get curious. Ask more. Listen better. Explain smarter. And when people don't get it, don't panic. That's not a red flag. That's the beginning of something original. Here's where the power of proof comes in. Make something small and tangible that shows your idea works. A sample, a deck, a demo, a pilot, a mock-up. Stop pitching, start proving. Don't try to convince people. Show them what they didn't expect to see. Don't try to impress others. Show yourself you can do it. Don't explain your vision to people committed to small thinking. Protect your energy and prove it through action. Don't beg to be understood. Stay focused long enough to become undeniable. Don't wait to be believed in. Become the reason they rethink what's possible. You might also be surprised to discover that your biggest supporters might not be your friends and family. In fact, research shows that strangers are often more likely to champion new ideas because they're not attached to your past. This is a crucial insight. Your inner circle knows your before. They've seen your doubts, your failed attempts, your unfinished drafts. So, when you evolve, they subconsciously compare it to who you used to be. This is called identity anchoring. They unconsciously anchor you to the version they're most familiar with. They don't mean to limit you, but their memory of your past gets in the way of their belief in your future. Contrast this with strangers. They are remating your present. They don't know how many times you've hesitated. They don't care about your high school GPA or your awkward first try. They see your work, your message, your energy as it is, not as it was. And that gives them the clarity to say, this deserves a shot. So don't be discouraged when support doesn't come from the people you expected. Be proud you showed up anyway. Your audience might not come from your past. It's waiting in your future. Keep building. Let strangers become supporters. Let your results rewrite your story. And let the people who used to know you catch up. Often, the people who will believe in your next chapter haven't even met you yet. Rule 2. Embrace resistance. Transform doubt. Now let's talk about the inevitable. Resistance and doubt. It can feel like a roadblock, but what if it's actually a stepping stone? The second powerful rule is to understand that rejection is usually protection. Studies on psychological projection show that people often reject others' ideas because of their own fears, insecurities, or limitations. This is a surprising truth because their no may have nothing to do with your idea or your potential, and everything to do with their past and their issues. The reason someone says no to you is more likely that someone said no to them. The reason someone rejects your idea is because they rejected their own. The reason someone doesn't think you're going to make it is because they didn't have someone who believed in them. Their projection is not a prediction of your potential. It is simply a mirror of their past. You don't have to let someone's projection become a prediction for your future. They might simply be reflecting what was projected onto them onto you. When a family member or friend shares doubts about a risk you want to take, often they just want you to be safe. They are sharing what they value: security, safety, stability. These are not bad values, and they are not being mean. They are simply sharing what they care about. It's your job to decide whether you care about those things or whether you don't. So, next time someone doubts you, don't internalize it. Ask yourself, is this about me or about what they've told themselves? Don't let people break your dreams when they haven't even built theirs. Don't take feedback from someone living a life you don't want. Don't confuse loud opinions with lived experience, and don't take direction from someone who's never moved. This leads us to the second part of this rule. Use doubt as a focus filter. This is incredibly counterintuitive. We think support makes us stronger, but actually, resistance can make us sharper. According to the challenge stress model, a certain amount of pressure and resistance can actually increase your focus and drive. Think of it this way. Use the no as a tool to clarify the yes. List every reason people said your idea won't work and build solutions around them. Turn every criticism into a checklist. Doubt doesn't mean stop. It means refine. Doubt doesn't mean give up. It means redefine. Doubt doesn't mean this is the end. It means start again. Support feels good, but resistance shows you what you're made of. Support cheers you on, but resistance dares you to keep going without applause. Support says, I believe in you, but resistance says, prove it to yourself. Support can carry you, but resistance builds your muscle. Don't resent the resistance. Use it. Let it shape your focus, sharpen your edge, and remind you that if you can do it without the noise, you're ready for the stage. Remember, when you're climbing a mountain, there are two important viewpoints: looking up and ahead, and looking down and behind. You look down to see how far you've come, and you look up to see how far you have left to go. When you look down at how far you've come, you gain energy to move forward. And when you look at how far you have left to go, you feel grounded and humbled by the challenge. Avoid the extremes of ego and discouragement. Instead, cultivate humility and proof. These become the best allies for a lifelong journey. Rule 3. Build unshakable intrinsic belief. Finally, the most important rule for lasting confidence and success. Create before you're confident. This might sound backwards, but the science proves it. You don't become confident before you start. You don't become confident before you try. You don't become confident before you fail. You don't become confident before you do the thing. This is the competence-confidence loop. Action builds belief, not the other way around. We wait to feel ready, but confidence is a result of experience, not a requirement to begin. So, choose one micro-action that represents your idea. Launch the first draft, post the first video, offer the first service. Confidence doesn't come first, commitment does. Psychology proves that the mindset of, once I feel confident, then I'll start, is backwards. According to Albert Bandura, the father of self-efficacy theory, confidence doesn't come before action, it comes because of it. When you take action, especially on something new, you build competence, a sense of, I can do this. That competence creates evidence, and your brain uses that evidence to build confidence. So every time you start imperfectly, awkwardly, messily, you're not just doing the thing, you're training your belief that you can. Small wins, known as mastery experiences, significantly increase your belief in your ability to succeed. Seeing others succeed, or vicarious experiences, also boosts your belief because it shows you what's possible and available. Even verbal encouragement, or social persuasion, helps by reducing fear and anxiety through exposure. Confidence doesn't require perfection, it requires evidence. So instead of asking, do I feel confident enough to start? Ask, what's one small action I can take to build proof that I can do this? Send that email. Record the first minute. Write the first sentence. Show up, even if you're shaking. Remember, affirmations don't build confidence. Likes and views don't build confidence. Being told you're great doesn't build confidence. Watching motivational videos doesn't build confidence. There are only 3 things that truly build confidence: choosing discomfort, keeping promises to yourself, and building competence. This rule also encompasses making failure public strategically. Vulnerability builds trust. People support you when they see the risk you're taking. Instead of hiding your risk or your fear of failure, name it, own it, and invite people into the ride. You can simply say, here's what I'm building. Here's what might not work. I'm doing it anyway. That honesty earns respect. When you soft launch going, hey, I'm trying something, I'm giving it a go, I hope it does well, you get far more energy than waiting for a big, perfect launch. You don't win support by hiding risk. You earn it by owning it. Because people don't want perfect, they want authentic. People don't want flawless, they want vulnerable. People don't want polished, they want real. People don't want the highlight reel, they want the human behind it. People don't want performance, they want presence. People don't want someone who has it all together, they want someone who's willing to figure it out. Why? Because perfection may impress, but vulnerability connects. This is why allowing for imperfections, thought processes, and real-time discovery in your work resonates deeply. It's heart to heart, human to human. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, don't try to prove people wrong. Focus on proving yourself right. People with intrinsic motivation, driven by personal meaning, consistently outperform those with external motivation, like proving someone wrong, especially in the long term. Revenge success might sound appealing, but purpose-driven success lasts longer. Revenge ultimately leads to resentment. Resentment of what you focused on, resentment of that person, and resentment for lost time. Purpose-driven success, however, builds confidence, helps you understand your potential, and creates lasting passion. So write a mission statement, not for others, but for yourself. You're not doing this to make them look bad. You're doing this to find what you care about. You're not doing this to prove them wrong. You're doing this to find something that you like doing. You're not doing this because they didn't believe in you. You're doing this because you want to learn to believe in yourself. Keep it somewhere visible. That's your anchor. In closing, if no one's clapping for your idea yet, good. That means you're early. That means you're building something most people can't see. Support may come later, but your belief has to come first. Because at the end of the day, if you don't believe in your idea enough to stand alone for a while, you're not going to be ready for the crowd that comes after. So remember these 3 powerful rules. 1. Stop seeking validation. Start creating proof. 2. Embrace resistance. Transform doubt. 3. Build unshakable intrinsic belief. Back yourself, loudly, quietly, relentlessly, even if no one else does. You have everything you need within you to start, to get going, to move. Don't wish, want, and wait your way into never moving. Make that change, make that shift, and notice how your life transforms. I am always rooting for you.